Hello and namaste and welcome to Monday Magic. I am Jess and joining me today is Dana. Hi, Dana.
Hello, hello, welcome everyone. I am so honored and happy to be here with all of you. The second week in a row for Monday Night Magic. I am so honored and blessed. Lesson 9, Lost Books of the Essene. Like, wow, how are we at lesson 9, Jess? Like, wow, really?
It is
Wow.
absolutely incredible. Are you all mind blown? If you're just joining for the first time, though, however, you're here at the exact right moment and you can definitely go back and get all these other lessons and sign up for Monday Magic and get all of our PDFs. But if you've been tracking with this journey, yeah, holy smokes, 9 weeks of the lost books of the Essene. And every week, hasn't it been absolutely so timely and incredible, Dana?
It is amazing to watch. I can't believe that this was Insouled many years ago. And I'm sure many of the community were there live. And I can't imagine what they feel feeling it then and then having it now, the revelations of between now and then. So wow, I mean, it is incredible. It touches into every bit of what is happening right now in humanity, in our worlds, in our own personal worlds, but also in humanity and civilization, because it's a cycle, right? It's all a cycle and we're all together. We are universally one. So what is happening right now is happening to all. So yes, it is incredible, mind-blowing.
Absolutely. Thank you all for joining us here. And if you're just coming into the call, hey, a few left brain details tonight before our beautiful teachers, Master Lady Kira Ra and Wisdom Teacher Sri Ram Ka
Here's a
join
wisdom
us.
lady. She is.
Yes, she
She
is. She
is.
is. Yes. And before they join us, right, we have a few details. And just in this moment, offering us all to just settle into your place, grab your tea, have maybe a candle lit, really honor your time in this moment because our community comes together to unlock and up level. And like Dana was just sharing, it's even though these messages were ensouled in another lifetime in many ways, they're for right now and the up level unlocking. And tonight's a big night. And we are here in December, So as you're settling in and sitting here, knowing in the chat, we have our chat master of the evening, Angel, is there in our Zoom chat as well as over at YouTube. And we're broadcasting in both places. And Dana and myself will be hopping in there. And we know Sue is there and Kyla is there. But our beloved chat master, this is a new opportunity for you. If you enjoy being with our community and chatting and being that welcoming, guiding voice, light, have a practice to share that you love from the studies that we're doing from Shri and Kira, that's a moment where you can pop that in the chat and really honor each being as they're coming in and holding that space. So we really thank you, Angel, for holding this space this evening as we are embarking on a new flow for Monday Magic. And hey, the chat's the great place to be. There won't be Q&A tonight or those features, but Shri and Kira are here with us and definitely be interacting. And if you're part of our Monday Magic community and you're in Zoom, we have our whole action going there. And if you're at YouTube, hello, welcome. We'll be chatting there too. But consider joining us really for the Monday Magic because you get the up level PDF. What else goes on, Dana?
That's what I
Let you
was just
take
going
over.
to say, up level. I was literally, that was the same thing that was going to come out of my mouth was up level. We are all up leveling right now, right? So all of us in the community are there to support each other, the new members who are coming in, wrapping our arms around each other. So many people I've met so many and have so many divine friendships and relationships and soul sisters and people now from this community that I love and adore so much. So, if you are new, do not let that be something that is scary or something that not to ask questions. You have a family and a community here of support that we've all been there before. We've all gone through ascending. We all have had spiritual awakenings, and we're all on this path of this culmination of this ascension escalator. So right now we have to make sure that we are being together. We are supporting each other, together at New Year's, get 1,000 beams of light to sign up for New Year's. Support Clinica Linda. I mean, come down here and support and offer services. Kyla is just so, her light is just so incredible and so outstanding. And just to see her face on that calendar in itself brought tears to my eyes. So get that in itself, and all the proceeds go to Clinica Linda. So for $888, you get the calendar. For $1111, you get the New Year's celebration. You want to sign up for that and see all the things that are coming. We have so much that is happening.
Absolutely. Thank you, Dana, because you brought us right up the escalator into this moment that is December 31. It's right around the corner. It's right here. And the calendar you're speaking of, and beautiful Kyla featured in this calendar, incredible. So for 1111 donation, you get New Year's Eve event and this full color PDF. And you guys, it's beyond a calendar. If you already have it, pop in the chat how amazing this calendar is, because it's a guidebook. It has a lot of information and support. And when we get to December 31, we are really diving in and receiving the miracle Insoulment that is truly is a miracle, that this comes through Master Lady Kira Ra and Sri Ram Ka holding that space so that we can receive the energies and messages. It's an attunement. It's an incredible moment. If you missed our miracle team call this last Saturday, it's still up on YouTube and you can hop in it and you're going to get a real good idea of the energy and an attunement that already occurred that really is preparing us. So really be with this, and like 1,000 points of light.
Yeah, if you want to teach, you took those up level classes, you know, all that material is being up leveled. All these, if you want to teach, if you want to have direct, you know, interaction with Shri and Kira, you know, you want to make sure that you are signing up, that you are there for the diamond right, because those are the people who are going to be able to do this. Those are the people who are going to be, we're getting 3 attunements. We're getting 3 new journeys that have never been seen before. And they are going to be of support to help guide us, to help support us, and get planetary harmony, because that's where we are. That's really
absolutely, Dana. And that's the kickoff. New Year's is the kickoff into a whole journey of experience in 2022. And if you haven't heard about this whole journey and all these attunements yet, I mean, really get to shriandkira.com. Everything is there on the homepage. Ask us in the chat. We're happy to help you and direct you. You know, we are here to really support one another, because 2022 is a year of miracles, and it will also be as challenging as it is miraculous. So the support matters and your presence matters. December 31, 1,000 points of light holding and receiving in that space. Are you one of them? I sure hope that you are one of them, and you invite a lot of other people in. So really, really thank you for this moment. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of this family and community. And Dana, you shared so amazingly how incredible this place is. You know, share your voice and be part of this table. We are here together.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, we are. I mean, there's so many things that are going on where we really want to highlight our community. If you have something that you think that would be fabulous, that would bring of service to our community, an entertainment, something that would be that you think that we would all love and enjoy, send a message to support at selfascension.com. You know, give it to Sue. Tell Sue exactly what you want to do, and then we'll run it by Kira and Shri and us and the whole team and Oneness Talk Radio. And we have so many wonderful things going on. It's just so incredible. And right now is the time where we really want to hold hands together and not let go. You know, we are the 5-star generals. You know, if you were on this call, if you got here, if you know about ascension and energy and all of that, you are here. You are here for this moment, for this time, for this journey. You are a pioneer. You are a 5-star general, and you are claiming your beam of light. And we are here to do it together. And we are all going to hold each other. We are. I know I'm here to help you and hold you. And I know just you are too.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Dana. And sharing this space together really is an honor. I am so grateful for you and this time. We are Team DJ, Dana and Jess, coming to you from the Ascended Realms. And we are so excited to be your DJs, your MCs for this moment. And just really take this time, hand to heart. Let's take an Ave Sa breath, breathing in the Ave. Exhaling, sigh. Allow the smile to come to your face. Allow your brain to relax from any details or needs or concerns as we just hold beautiful presence and prepare to welcome in our beloved teachers, Sri Ramka and Master Lady Kira Ra.
Hey.
Namaste. We have our cosmic advisor with us.
We thought we'd float by and remind us all of the truth of this evening. And so here he is, Baby Yoda, tooling by, just going, remember your divine mastery presence. And so there we are. And that was also a private joke between Sue, Dana, and I, and Jess, and just wanting to say hello. We love you guys. And hey, you know, as you guys were sharing, the one thing that I was really celebrating was not only this DJ, like DJ, go you guys, it was also that we just kicked off this whole new vlog. And it's because of you know, what you guys don't know is that that vlog is happening because of these beautiful women who are really in the house doing the work. So, hey, tell us a little more about the vlog because it just launched. You need to get to YouTube, right? If you're in YouTube, go to Oneness Talk Radio. Make sure you have subscribed to that channel along with Official Sri and Kira, because that's where it's happening. The vlog is going to be coming out there, guys, and this Wednesday, right? I mean, we are 2 days away from the COVID and oneness. I am like really excited to hear what's going to happen there. So I want to hear about this before we go any further. You guys need to be making a note right now. This Wednesday night, Jess, Dana, remind us, and let's talk about the vlog because, wow, so much happening.
So, all right. So Wednesday Eastern time, the vlog, it is our second episode and it is going to be different things that, yes.
Stop, Dana. Stop. I'm stopping you because this Wednesday is not the vlog, right, Jess? This Wednesday is the panel.
Yes.
Is the expert panel.
Right. This is the panel. So Jess, lead us into the panel and then Dana, take us home with the next episode of the vlog, I think at the end of this month.
Yes.
Let's hear it, Jess.
Yeah, absolutely. This Wednesday will be our first webinar of experts, our panel of amazing Oneness Talk radio hosts coming together with our Grandmaster hosts, Sri and Kira, who will be leading the event. So it's going to be an incredible hour of sharing information and support of our consciousness and how we can really support ourselves in this new world that we are co-creating after, you know, this entrance of COVID. So this is a big moment. We're going to be having webinars and expert panels like this every month, you know, so if you have ideas for topics and people that could be on and sharing, this is one of many events. And
yeah, we're excited. It's really excited to be really shepherding this, especially this first panel with all of these hosts. You know, one of the gifts at onenesstalkradio.com is that everyone is committed to the same experience, which is that every voice deserves to be heard. We don't have to agree with each other. However, when we can enter that sea of neutrality, giving each other the space to be heard, that's the oneness experience. And so very, very, very exciting. This Wednesday night, oneness in that post-COVID, or should I say that transient COVID experience. Sri and I have a lot to share about that. So thank you guys. And then just the next episode of the vlog, tell me the date again. It's the end of the month.
yeah, it should be the 28th, I believe.
That's it. Heading into our New Year's celebration. I am excited.
Yes, and that's at 7 p.m. Eastern as well. So all our times will be 7 p.m. Eastern for these kind of events. All at Oneness Talk Radio, like we've been sharing. Subscribe and get over there.
Yeah, and I love that everything is at 7 p.m. Eastern. So everything, 7 p.m. Eastern from now on. That's all you need to remember is be here 7 p.m. Eastern every Monday and make sure you're over there this Wednesday, right? This Wednesday.
This Wednesday, 15th of December.
There it is. All right, guys. Well, hey, Thank you. I'm like so into your DJ time, and we are excited, and we're going to release you into the world of the chat where things are really heating up. It looks like everywhere. So get over there, have fun.
Thank you, dear ones.
We love you. We'll see you next week. Hey, you guys, these DJs every week, and there's a lot more coming in 2022. Namaste. We love you. All right. Oh, wow. I'm excited. Are you all excited? I hope you're as excited as we are. And welcome to our little apartment here at Tosa Blue Mountain.
Absolutely. So, beloved ones, thank you for being here.
Oh, we love you
Thank
so
you
much.
for bringing your attention to this moment, to up-level yourself, to have a smile with Baby Yoda, and to recognize that life is a choice.
Right?
And joy is also a choice. Peace and love arise naturally, and when we choose joy, we've already anchored the peace and love. So let's just go for the gusto. Let's be in that space of ascended bliss by simply reminding ourselves that I am love, and all is well.
Let's breathe that in even more, right? I am love, and all is well. And, you know, Shri, one of the things that Jess and Dana were talking about was the calendar.
Yes.
And we really do. We were very excited that this past Saturday, and we did have it open to the public, and it has been sitting kind of accidentally at YouTube now for a couple days. So hopefully you caught it over at Official Shri and Kira. But it was our entire Saturday Miracle Mastery Mentorship, and we have I have yet to be able to revisit it due to the energy, but I know there was an Insoulment that
There
happened.
was a powerful energy, a powerful
lots
wisdom
going on.
transmission.
Yeah.
Don't miss it.
Yeah, so it's still up at YouTube, but Jess is going to be kind of pulling that down tomorrow. So if you haven't caught that yet, we're not going to spend a lot of time other than you really might want to take advantage of it while it's up. And if you don't want to watch the whole thing, if you just want to get to the Insoulment, that happens to be at the very end. However, honestly, it's of great value to listen to the entire miracle experience. And thank you to all of you who helped co-create that experience. So part of that experience was that we did release the 2022 Up-Level Ascension Calendar. And I just want to invite us all, if we can bring our hands to our heart, that it has been my honor to be invited to prepare these Ascension Up-Level calendars over these past few years. And the first year that this happened, it was honestly something that I was like scrambling together. It was like, what are you telling me? I need to do this now. And it was really, you know, those of you that have the original calendar, it was very important. And it was very much something that I thought was going to be a one-shot deal. I had no idea what we were stepping into because it wasn't created yet. And yet here we are. And can we share the calendar, Shri? Let me show you the calendar. It is available, excuse me, right now, and I do encourage you to really get it. Can we make it just a tad? I want to be able to see. There we go. Beautiful. Thank you. So the reason I invited Shri to make it just a little smaller, and we're good, and we can just gaze at the first. The very first cover there is that the cover is showing you the energy for the year. And if you gaze at that energy for the year, in the top right, you see the full moon. And when you get the cover this year, you are getting all of the art. I am finishing the art PDF now. So all of you who already have the calendar, look for it. It's coming and it'll be posted within the next couple days. So if you're getting the calendar after it's up, you're getting it already together. This is one of the pieces because this year, the energy flow is unlike any that has ever been. And I want to quickly jump to a real moment of reminder. And this is a reminder of what Clinical Linda is. And because Dana and Jess mentioned Kyla, I wanted to go ahead, and there she is, that beautiful being right there with the glasses on in the middle where it says Kyla Ra Na. Really, Kyla has become the backbone of this clinic. It is her love, her dedication, she's there. You can count on her to be there. The relationship she has developed with these people. I know Kyla's in the chat. These women are in their 90s. They are walking 4 kilometers down from the mountains because they can. because they're happy and they're healthy, and look at them and they're beautiful. This is our indigenous native attire here. Remember, we're in the high Andes, so their native attire are these beautiful hats and velvet skirts and just really gorgeous smiles and hair that hangs down to their ankles just about and is always in these beautiful braids. And so just inviting you into what your kindness is supporting. And if you see over there on the right, that picture, we are swamped and we are appreciated, and we already have had someone come forward, and we are going to be opening a second clinic in Ecuador very shortly. Number 2, we're on our way. Let's keep the momentum going. Your donations are making this happen. So remember, this calendar it's my act of service to support Clinica Linda every year. And this is what Monday Magic is about as well, is coming together as community.
When we contribute to making, shifting the energy of the world to one of ease versus pain, everybody is positively affected. And anything we can do to support people to discover a greater sense of peace with life, a sense of ease with their situations, that energy of trust is how we co-create that which we all know in our hearts is the true reality.
In every way. And we are looking for support. We are looking for not only your donations. If you have a volunteer organization looking for a place where your volunteers can come and really do some service, let us know. We have volunteer housing available for clinic, working with organizations that way. So just reach out, let us know if your heart is called to support Clinica Linda in action. And the one thing that I want to share is right here. This is what 2022 is all about. And you know what, now, Shri, we can make it a little bigger. Oh, I think if we go to the view, right? Will that do it? I don't know. There we are. Perfect. So conscious awareness through quantum expansion. And I'm inviting you right now to kind of gently ease your eyes into the Merkaba of Self-Ascension. So this is the Merkaba of Self-Ascension. For those of you that may not be familiar with that, if you go to shriandkira.com, underneath the Yoga of Self-Ascension tab are tons of free practices and information and materials, and there's a whole teaching about this, and get the free ebook while you're there as well. But what you're noticing is this beautiful golden pyramid energy. What is spinning, what has activated this Merkaba, and this Merkaba is the Merkaba of the golden ratio. We have ascended from the equilateral experience into that which is our cosmic experience of multidimensional presence. So the Merkaba has to come into alignment with that golden ray experience. And so in that, the Trinity has arisen as, and this is really almost crazy about tonight's Insoulment with Lost Books 9, right? You see that word energy there? It's all about that. And tonight's Insoulment basically gives us an entire encyclopedia about this. Because we are at a moment right now where the 2022, remember in Ascended Numerology, 2022 is the 6 plus the infinite. And that 6 plus the infinite is the ignited spin of the eternal presence of your divine mastery being. And it's that Trinity, that tri-shul, that incredible, stunning experience of energy, co-creative power, and momentum. Energy, co-creative power, and momentum. Think about that as a force for the miracle in motion.
And that force for the miracle in motion underpins those activities of consciousness that draw to you the experiences that you call life.
Yes.
When we can relax our filters and be aligned with the energy of our beingness, we begin to have two wonderful benefits. One of them is everything starts to line up.
Yes.
Everything starts to line up.
Law of instantaneous manifestation, right?
And the other is that you are no longer invited to be a victim of experience.
Exactly.
You are the orchestrator of experience.
Exactly. And this is really important because I want to go back to the title. 2022 is birthing the sea of neutrality. Now, what does that mean? What does that mean? And I really encourage you, get the calendar. The calendar was really designed to be, and I think Jess used the word, it is a guide for the entire year. It's 24 pages. It's really a preface of everything that has come forward. We will be unveiling it every Monday during Monday Magic. That's why you just want to, every Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern, you just want to be here, right? And so, it's important to pay attention and look at what's before us right now. And in the Sea of Neutrality, breathe in this moment, that the arrival and the invitation and the availability for the Sea of Neutrality to be birthed in this moment is solely because of your ability to lift beyond the density, to not let density distract you no matter what it is, to keep your steadfast commitment, focused awareness, and complete trust in the absolute experience of you in your divine mastery presence. Now, I want you to really breathe that in, because density's throwing a lot at you, isn't it? Right? Mm-hmm. Density's throwing everything it can, and it will continue to do that at every moment, challenging you continually. Are you able to remain in this? Are you able to say yes to that Sea of Neutrality? Because even the words themselves can be misleading, confusing, and filled with those belief systems and judgments. So that is why the year of 2022 coming together in this kind of linked arms experience, because birthing the Sea of Neutrality means understanding, because that's the code for relaxing the left brain to be able to ascend into that which you are, right? So it means understanding what neutrality is and what neutrality isn't. It means understanding that this is a co-creative effort of collaborators that have relaxed the egoic experience in recognition of the presence has only one reason for being, and that is to expand consciousness through serving the all, through embodying the essence of in service to, through living the values that hold that energy of mastery presence and anchor it forward in all ways in the grander view of the benevolent King Queen, thereby releasing all I into the service of the greater good. And in that moment, dancing in the ecstasy of the knowing. The irony is that the ego that would resist that release is the first thing dancing on the other side of it. It is the embodiment of the eternal youth, vitality, restoration, and expansive, creative, active presence as the law of instantaneous manifestation through anchoring in to your divine mastery presence. That's how the Sea of Neutrality births, because it cannot birth from the consciousness of polarity. It can only birth from that which is, coming forward as collaborators in the being of that which we are. Breathing in, right? That's what the calendar is showing you, and that's what you're doing. And you found your way here right now for whatever reason or accident or coincidence or synergy, curiosity, whatever. You found your way here right now because you're part of this and you know it. And it's time to perhaps invite the self to expand just a little more. And I am really excited that the calendar went out on 12/12 and that here we are on 12/13, and it is a moment of synergy with lesson 9 that could not have been planned.
It's important to honor that the soul's journey is manifest through each and every individuated being. And that we are at a time when the power of your choice has more potency, more effect than ever before. And we invite you to say, now is my time.
Right?
Now is my time to claim
Yes.
my divine mastery presence. Now is my time to be the soul incarnate in form, delighting in my life and contributing to the all.
There it is.
Delight and contribute. And beloveds, we've got a grand journey ahead in 2022. We invite you to join us because each month there is so much going on that's beyond what we're going to do in Monday Magic, that is the deepening of those who say, yes, I choose to live this 24/7. And we invite you to check out the Divine Mastery Presence Journey of 2022 as well. All of this synergizes together.
Indeed, in every way. And it begins by just bringing a hand to your heart, right? And saying yes to you. So as we are in this December moment, Shri, let's put up the December up-level calendar. So speaking of the calendars, here's this month right now, culminating month of last year's calendar, the December 2021 up-level. Here it is. Keeping your hands on your heart. Remember that the third gate is actually amplifying. And that lion dragon has already begun that ascent into 2022. Remember that 2022, we're in it now. We are in an awareness, an ascended consciousness energy of awareness. In a year, 2022 is going to be an entire year of the ascended consciousness energy of awareness. And as we have spiraled in, and you look at the graphic, look at the art here for 2021 for December, that third gate amplification, which remember we had those three, it was like boom, boom, boom. We had those three amplifications in 2021. Well, what they have done is set the stage for that open eye. And look at that open eye on the calendar. It's right now. And those of you that have the app, right? Every Monday you listen to Shri and I, we give you the update. Monday morning, first thing, you go to your app and you hear us share what's happening for the week. Well, the one thing you heard us talking about this morning is that fireball in the hand there. So what's happened is today you released it out. What did you put into motion for 2022 today? What did you say, go? Right? And that fireball was released out of your hand with complete trust, where it meets, you see the ignition there that actually brings you back to last week, back into November, because remember in November we started having that energy coming in for 2022, back to the beginning of the month through the 9th, all the way down to the end of the month, which is the new year. This week, we are already being pulled into the new year, and look at next Sunday, Venus retrograde. When we're together next week, that fireball is coming back in through the energy of that Venus retrograde full moon peak up level, which actually gives us our 13th full moon peak up level, because 2022 has already begun. And the thing about the 2022 energy that is just incredible is that, you know, we've been having like, maybe 4 or 5 peak up levels a year. I think it started the first year, there might have been 3. We had 3 harmonic waves inside of this concentric dimensionality experience, this adaptation to actually accepting and being able to adapt the nervous system of this physical body to that potentiality, right? And it took us to this central eye that is open. And this is all in the calendar. Go get the calendar. You can see it. And I have all the pictures and the graphs and how we got here. And as we are here right now with that open eye of December, the entire 2022 is looking at you right now and saying, right now, right now, right now. And may we together right now, before we would move forward into our lesson for this evening, which is mind-blowing with an incredible attunement and breath experience, may we all right now first this week open our eyes to the remembrance and the knowing that as goes my brother, my sister, my friend, my dear one, goes I, that there is enough for all, that there is bounty for all, that there is in this experience of this consciousness now, we have collectively, successfully, and with great joy-filled celebration, arrived at a moment of conscious awareness that we have not been at before, at a moment where we called and consciously time surfed together as lineage holders of consciousness to where we would be needed the most, and have so successfully arrived here that we have been able to birth 2022. Because 2022 happening is the first miracle. So may we hold that. And may we not let density rear its head and stop us, because it's throwing everything it can at you to make you think that polarization is real, to make you think that this is all real, to stop you from the moment when you really can do this. And we are doing it. And that's why Shri and I must take a year and do it. Keep moving forward with it. So we're doing it with all of you in one way or another, because we are all doing this in one way or another. So I want you to bring your hands to your heart and receive the knowing that you are capable of commanding alchemical processes to continually renew your body, clarify your mind, inspire divine connection, and call it forward as the law of instantaneous manifestation. There is not one thing in this collective illusion that could ever stop that, except you. You are the power. You are the driving force. You are the one. And the gift, and feel your hands. Shri, you feel your hands? My hands are like, give me your hands. It's like I've got to be touching Shri's hands. My hands are on fire. Your hands like so electric. Feel your hands, guys, right? Feel, you see the gold?
Blessings,
feel
blessings.
your hands. Feel your hands right now, because my hands are so freaking hot, right? So feel your hands, and wow, no, seriously, feel this. So give yourself that gift right now. Feel your hands illuminating. Feel the gift of this moment. Receive the blessing before you, knowing that you are ready to expand, and all you have to do is stop doubting.
Yes.
Stop doubting. There is no thing. They can throw anything at us, and it's not going to stop anything, because if you are walking in the absolute knowing of your divine mastery presence, it's just that simple, and I guess it can be just that challenging, right?
There is a time as we are evolving where we're gaining experience in being ego-less, being free,
I love that.
being free from the addiction to fear.
Oh, there it is.
That addiction to fear is woven into
Yeah.
the matrix of your personality.
Yes.
And that personality was crafted and enculturated at birth. We were all taught about separation and fear and doubt and all that good stuff that the entire mass consciousness is built upon.
Belief systems.
And God bless everyone, because this is our schoolroom. We get to graduate through the gifts of doubt and fear into the certainty that I am love, I am peace, I am abundant, and all is well.
Woo-hoo!
My joy, your joy does not depend upon what's going on in the outer world. That's just amusement.
Right?
Our beingness is indeed all that is.
It is.
And so we invite you each, as we're about to dive into this wonderful ensoulment, but just to remember, on a breath, with practice,
There it is.
you can dissolve the addictive habit of the fear and the doubt.
Right.
Conscious breathing, the Ave Sa, the practices that we have been living and sharing with you, they work. It's time to make your choice clear and commit to it.
There it is.
And with that, your joy is assured.
And you know that. Yeah. I love it. So speaking of assured joy, let's move into 9, which is incredible. Now, you know, as we're moving into this, I do want to just kind of tease you a little bit that Jess and Dana alluded to, hey, lots of new things coming in Monday Magic. And one of them is that when this series culminates, we have a whole new experience coming your way, but it's going to have DJ Dana Jess. And so here we go into lesson 9. And I love that it is Discerned, Awakened, Beingness. Now, this is the PDF. Remember, those of you that do offer us the kindness of a donation to Clinical Linda, you get not only the PDF, you also get the videos of these, and you're able to really dive into the material and really have that blessing, plus be over here with us in Zoom if you like. And let's go ahead, Shri, and begin. Now, I do want to point out that my heart sang, remembering that this Insoulment was given at Tosa La Laguna, in the energy of that water and the ascended masters' abodes that are there. And this is, let us not forget, this is where Shri took the picture of an ascended master walking on the water, which many of you have seen. So it has a very special experience for me. And I also found it really perfect that we were unlocking it on 12/13. It just felt like there was a real an essence of energy happening here. So I just wanted to acknowledge and bow before that.
Yes. And so, beloveds, let us begin.
All right.
The Essene brethren speak. Yes, pardon me. It is with great and reverent joy that we illuminate today to welcome you. Indeed, welcome to this great and glorious divine reunification.
Every week, I love this. Every week we look at how are we being addressed? How are we being welcomed? And what really struck me in such beauty today was that word illuminate. That it's with great and reverent joy that we illuminate today, meaning today is the moment that the illumination is happening. And that illumination is happening on behalf of you. And that it is really a reminder that there is not ever any accident when we reunify with that which we are ready to remember. And so once more, the Essene brethren come to us as equals. The reminder that we are not priests, we are not above thee. We are here as your brethren, just simply offering you that which you are ready to have illuminated. And that really struck me as a beautiful call to action. So really give yourself that gift, because remember, we're heading toward a beautiful culminating activation, attunement within this experience as well this evening. So really timely.
Absolutely. Take a breath. You are here, experiencing an energetic stream of consciousness that has been coming toward your world through many what you call or would call galaxies, for many what you would call eons. In the eons of light-based existence and extraordinary journey.
Now, for those of you that I have had the honor of sharing the Master Soul Code Charting Ascended Numerology journey with, which is the foundation of the Divine Mastery Presence journey, this is a reference to the sacred sequence of incarnation. What they are saying here is, remember, and this is the way we talk about the sacred sequence of incarnation. The way to view this through the lens of the filter of a brain that has been in this potentiality is to imagine yourself as like a comet. And you have been coming toward this experience for eons, coming through all the galaxies, and here you come. And it's like, okay, I know that if I incarnate, that if this energy that is journeying, that is expanding consciousness, that is this oneness experience of love and joy and divine being, that I know that this consciousness coming into this potentiality at this moment is of the highest service, because we are constantly propelled toward where we have the highest service, whether or not while we're in that service, we understand that or not. And so as we are propelling toward that, and this is exactly what they're saying here, this is the sacred sequence of incarnation, we first propel toward this potentiality where we speak like this, where we believe in this form of linear time, where this is what we look like. So that's the first thing that demarcates the experience. Then it keeps refining into the rest of the sacred sequence of incarnation, which moves us from where we are born. It moves us into the date, right? Which is the date is the first thing, forgive me. So you have your date first, then the where, right? And then the who, the receptivity of that incarnated soul experience. Forgive me. So this is an important discernment here, and I want to bring the PDF right back up. Because when you have that unlocked, and the only way you can really unlock that is to actually have taken the program. So that's why I'm trying to share it with those of you that might not have been on that journey with us so far. So this is important to understand that you are here. You, the eternal master that you are here, experiencing an energetic stream of consciousness. Remember, this is an illusion. You are experiencing an energetic stream of consciousness that, according to Einstein, has just basically been brought down to such a low frequency so as to be perceptible to these senses, right? And it has been coming toward your world, this experience, for forever, essentially. And this is why that last line, in the eons of light-based existence and extraordinary journey, that is the sacred sequence of incarnation. Mm-hmm. So I know that's a lot to share. However, those first two paragraphs right there are a year's worth of experience that we could spend time on, really going into the depth of the multidimensional nature of everything you're seeing in just those first two paragraphs. So I really felt that deserved the time.
Yes.
To be shown.
Well, and they offer a few more descriptors here.
That's how important it is.
Yes.
Yeah, and so notice that they're just jumping in, right? This is the second paragraph, right?
We chose these words, extraordinary journey, as a great and precious understanding and recognition that through this stream of illumination, through the streaming cavalcades, another word we choose intentionally, this extraordinary journey is one that is indeed recognizing the many steps as one step. Today, we welcome thee.
Now, before we go any further, breathe. One that is indeed recognizing the many steps as one step today. This is a graduation. We welcome thee. This is the birth of the sea of neutrality. This, and how do you know that? The very next line.
We welcome all of thee to be present.
And notice the choice of the word thee. We welcome thee, the plural. The unified presence that is birthing the sea of neutrality. We welcome all of thee to be present. And this word present will become very big in this Insoulment. So you really want to look at all of the interpretations of that as we move forward through this.
To be understood as you understand.
Let's just breathe that.
Mm-hmm.
To be understood as you understand. That is the lion that has come out of the woods. To be understood as you understand is you will be with those at the frequency you are choosing to be in. And that one experience is yours today as you enter the sea of neutrality. And then
to be a one-hearted recognition that all is divinely guided.
This is arrival at the seventh dimension, the lack of self-judgment. You are the one-hearted of all that is. The divine mastery presence has anchored into that seventh dimensional awareness, thereby the divinely guided essence. This is a powerful welcome.
Yes. We simply say, breathe, beloved ones.
And now I'm going to invite you to bring your hands on your heart. And if it's safe to do so, to close your eyes, relax, and we're just going to finish this experience. And it really is best just received as she shares it with you.
Breathe. Simply breathe. In your world, the gift of breath is a great gift, is it not? Breath is a great gift of divine presence, and it is a gift of divine dispensation. To gaze at a leaf, to gaze at a tree, to gaze at a flower, at grass, dirt, and water, to gaze at all of the elements of your world now. To gaze at all the elements of the earth world now is to gaze into the eyes of your own divine beingness. This is indeed an expression of your heart in many ways.
So really feel into that. Notice what you're feeling, because it is your breath that brought you there. And it is through the breath when you're gazing at the leaf. Those of you that have done the Golden Ray Attunement, a wonderful time to remember that leaf practice where we learn how to dissolve the leaf. So gaze at the leaf, gaze at the tree, the flower, the grass, the dirt, the water, but gaze at it through that lens of the expression of your heart. That all of it is the co-creative expression of your heart. Because from here, that last line, to gaze into the eyes of your own divine beingness, is to be able to gaze at everything without the judgment that it would ever be separate from you. And to remember the blessing of that one organism. And Shri and I are still receiving that blessing from our time at Mashpee. And this is all in our second vlog. This second episode is profound and has left us with that divine, tangible, something Ecuador is so blessed to be able to have available, is to be able to stand on what felt like the blessing of Gaia at her purest, and to feel the unified field of raíces, of roots, knowing that everything was so connected, so got each other, that it was supporting it. It felt like a metaphor of 2022, that those roots are so enmeshed that everything flourishes. It's not even everything flourishes. Everything is in synergy. And so just a breath in on that gift as well.
When we are able to gaze into the natural world, we're gazing into the interconnectedness of all energy.
Indeed. And that's one of the things I've really been enjoying here at Tosa Blue Mountain as we put up the PDF again. We recently finished the floating labyrinth over the Triple Goddess Lakes, and it is the activating cosmic DNA spiral. And to walk over that water, to float over the water on that labyrinth, and then you walk under the Shiva Linga fountain as part of that, I feel that experience and that natural world experience, and we invite you to give yourself that gift. Go out and be on land, walk land, breathe air, connect with nature any way you can. Yeah. Even if it's just creating nature in your apartment, do it. Get yourself a terrarium, get some plants, have some fun. All right, so let's talk about this discerned awakened beingness, because the first thing it talks about is expressing from the heart, and of course they're talking about the ascended heart.
Absolutely. To express from the heart as part of the journey of the experience of this specific form is to recognize the great Essene presence of the discerned awakened beingness.
Now, this is, I just want to go down to number 2 on the footnote here. This discerned awakened beingness is the full embodiment of divine mastery presence through the yoga of self-ascension. It is the embodiment of I am as you are. Thereby, all activity, all action is of the law of instantaneous manifestation, because it is constantly part of the weaving and the support of the greater harmonic good, holding and sustaining open the sea of neutrality. So this is a really profound moment, and they're talking about, look, this is a gift, and your brain might get kind of crazy about it. So this is a good reason to remember the Merkaba the face. So what they're saying here is they're not teaching it as much as it's a reminder.
The Merkaba of the face has been introduced in several of these lessons.
Yes.
And it's a reminder here that as you choose to activate activate the swirling Merkaba and give it a spin.
Remember, you have your own unique Merkaba.
As you initiate the swirling of the Merkaba of the face, you release great congested negative projection.
And if you do not have, if you don't have the PDF, if you haven't subscribed to get the PDF, right there, that link, the reason that's in there is we do have, if you go to a page at our website, that page right there will tell you all about the Merkaba of the face and help you learn about it.
And I want to underscore something. It is so easy to forget. It is so easy to be distracted. It is so easy to be judgmental or hurt or victimized or angry because these are the qualities that have been enculturated into the computer that you call your brain.
Right.
The Merkaba of the face practice will cut through the Velcro of that negative projection that is in a spin cycle that is so familiar that we allow it to be. Just make a choice, take a breath, and move into your clarity. And in that clarity comes the recognition that I am.
Yes.
We'll leave it right there. That I am.
As you are.
And that all is manifest in the most abundant way. So it's a very essential reminder, and I'm delighted that it's here. I'm delighted that I can communicate and encourage you to check it out. Discover for yourself the power of this.
It's incredible.
Transmission.
And so let's continue. So the reason that they're bringing this up is because of where they're taking us next. So as we continue, they're saying, look, as you initiate the swirling of the Merkaba of the face, and this is when we make it spin, you release great congested, and this is important, negative projections. And they're going to talk about this. And they're saying, look, in your world right now, your discernment is clouded by these negative projections. And of course, this is very much about the planetary thought body, about the fear, about all of the, you were talking about earlier, the addictive energy. And so this is why I again found the timing of this unlocking of this particularly Insoulment right now incredible. This understanding of this divine discernment.
Arising from the neutrality of all energy is a negative projection energy stream.
So breathe that in. First of all, blew my mind, right? Arising from the neutrality of all energy. Because remember, all energy is neutral, but everything arises from it. So arising from it is a projection. There's like this negative energy stream. It just goes out just like everything else does, right?
And so this projection energy is attracted by the magnetism of your planet and waits for an opportunity to discover an energy stream that welcomes it in.
Now relax and really, really get that, because who is the who that is receiving this right now? Remember that they addressed your divine master and is saying, hey, divine master, remember that the only reason this negativity is affecting the form that you're currently carrying is because somewhere along the line, the magnetism was exactly identical to that specific stream of negative projection, right? Breathe that in.
This projection cannot come in without an invitation.
So breathe that in, right? Smile, start seeing the smile, because once you get it, it's such like, oh my God, this is so easy to release.
And without discernment, it all is available to come in.
Now, check that out, right? Without discernment, it's all available to come in. That's the blessing of discernment. That's the blessing of our journey. We learn our discernment through our experience. We learn it through going through that cycle of awareness, experience, and choice. Through that, we are continually calling forward discernment. What we're being invited to do in this Insoulment is to take that discernment outside of density and to lift it up. And now bring that discernment into a greater experience.
Now, the word discernment is powerful, and it also suggests that someone is conscious.
Right?
Without that awareness, that conscious awareness, then these negative projections are easily adapted, adopted, and identified with in your life experience.
Yes.
With discernment, you can smile, breathe, run the Merkaba, and this stuff does not stick to you.
Right? Because you have discernment. So they're going to talk more about this. So let's read about, I guess we did go through, and without, yes, we did. So let's go to the next page because this is important.
As you cleanse your body and spirit and walk with divine mastery presence, the great gift of divine discernment cleanses you from these negative projected energies.
And I love that. So what they're saying is, look, the way you cleanse your body and spirit is by walking through all of these energies to cultivate the great gift of divine discernment. And the minute you cultivate it, you're free. It's just that easy. It's really quite extraordinary. So I love this egoic stamina.
Yes.
Because boy, is that true. So let's talk about this egoic stamina, Shri.
Through the gift of discernment, the egoic filter will first offer you the stamina of great tenacity.
Woohoo!
The egoic filter has great stamina. Often it has greater stamina than the physical body.
That's true.
This is why when the egoic filter rises, the physical body may get tired.
So breathe that in. Actually, if you're feeling, the egoic filter tends to be what makes the body feel really tired.
Notice when you are in an interchange of ideas, energy, or conversation. Do you feel energized or do you feel depleted? The egoic filter will always deplete because of the rich stamina it has.
Ooh.
The energy of beauteous discernment will always energize. It contributes and does not take. It offers balance energy. Discernment is balance.
Discernment is balance. Discernment is freedom. And it's important to look at that. The egoic filter will always deplete because it has so much stamina, it won't stop. It is the Energizer Bunny of density, right? That's what the egoic filter does. And it will give up your last breath before it will stop, which is why you must lift through it. That's the gift of the discernment, is the divine mastery presence arises, thereby able to release the density illusion, love that which is ready to behold again in balance, and claim presence. It's really quite an extraordinary moment.
Yes.
So let us continue, because what's going to happen right now, we're going to stop the share, and we're going to invite you to give yourself an opportunity to just relax. We want to read this visualization to you and invite you to just have this experience because it's important. And so just relax through this. There's nothing you need to do except float and be. So I'm going to bring my hands to my heart as well. All right.
So, beloved
Shri.
ones, let's take a conscious Ave Sa breath.
Right.
For those of you that are not clear on what is an Ave Sa breath, it's important to simply bring your eyes to the divine, to recognize the divine energy on the inhale. That's the Ave. And the Sa on the exhale is releasing all resistance to that divine recognition. Let's do that together right now. Ave. Sa. If it's safe to do so, close your eyes. And we invite you to receive this gift. Call forward from the mind an interchange that perhaps was not as comfortable as you would have wished it to be. Refrain from dwelling on the specifics of the interchange. Simply notice how your body felt afterward. Did your body need rest from the interchange? Did it need to eat because of the interchange? Did it need to lay down because of the interchange? Did it need to take a break because of the interchange? Did it need to recuperate because of the interchange? If so, indeed the egoic filter ignited the stamina of the ego. thereby establishing its energetic pull as amplified by the egoic stamina. The exchange literally depletes your energy. This is outside of judgment. It is the recognition of the great gift of discernment. The great gift of discernment as an Essene practice illuminates all of the other practices. Today is your present. It is wrapped in beautiful paper with ribbon and placed at your feet. If you wish to receive this present, illuminate your discernment and empower the stamina of discernment. Energize, re-energize, sustain, revitalize, rejuvenate, and continue the energetic stream around you with positive harmonic balance. This is discernment.
As you breathe, enjoy a deep, beauteous Ave Sa breath. And invite your eyes to open. Invite yourself to relax. There you are. Take a moment, be. And notice your hands again, because during that moment that we had this journey, your feet was where this was beginning. And that is the Essene code for all healing. This is a moment where the reasons our hands have been so illuminated, the reason so much has been happening tonight is because we're in a healing moment, not just for ourselves, but for this entire moment of consciousness. The birth of the sea of humanity is a blessing. And so we want to show you a little more of this Insoulment before we culminate this evening. And here we go, taking a breath, and look where we're at again. Now we are anchoring that understanding and being awakened.
Remember, discerned, awakened beingness. These three, each as their own, are one. Discerned, awakened beingness. It is a trinity that creates an uplifting, rising energy as discerned, awakened beingness.
And we're going to stop the share as you just saw that picture right there of the Merkaba. And Shri is going to guide you again through the second experience. So bringing our hands together, inviting that nice Ave Sa breath.
Breathing, relaxing. Receive this phrase: discerned, awakened beingness. Experience and feel a radiant golden pyramid energy emanating from your head as part of the spinning Merkaba of the face. Discerned, awakened beingness. Feel this energy radiating around the Merkaba. Feel this energy radiating around the pyramids. Notice and feel a central warm energy as it energizes and arises. You are the illuminated empowerment of the stamina of discernment, fully anchored, understanding, and awakened. To be awakened does not mean to be awake or that you are awakening. There is indeed a great difference. Discerned, awakened beingness. To be in your awakened state is living as the divine mastery presence, fully empowered with the stamina of discernment in all ways. It is vital indeed. It is a blessing you are awakening and awake. To be awakened is to have fully empowered the energy of extraordinarily beautiful, buoyant, and fulfilling stamina from a place of balanced harmony. This arises through divine mastery, presence, discernment. Take in a breath. Your breath is a great balancing energy, indeed, offering you the presence of balance. The presence of balance. As you offer yourself the presence of balance, you become awakened, anchoring.
Taking in a breath.
Being awakened means you no longer focus on awakening.
So breathe that in this moment. Being awakened means you, the master, no longer focus on awakening. You're too busy being, right? You are. To being awakened means you are in the discerned experience of claiming the stamina, the energy, and the ability to keep walking your divine mastery presence. Your awakening, your being awakened means you no longer focus on awakening because you're just too busy being, and all of those energies start coming back in. So if you find yourself outside of all of those energies, then it's time to look back at where you're not loving yourself. Where are you still judging yourself? Discerned, awakened beingness is the journey of Essene. To be this presence with great humility, to carry this presence with a smile of understanding without the need to contradict or dive into the energetic flow of negative direction. It's just knowing you are. There's nothing to prove. It's literally you become the living law of the manifestation, the instantaneous manifestation, as the discerned positive re-amplification of energy. That is what the Sea of Neutrality is. So take in a moment and really breathe that. Really breathe that. Yeah. And as you do, we're going to go back and share, continuing on that PDF right here. And we're going to talk about what is that positive reamplification? What is that all about? How is the Sea of Neutrality helping us with this positive reamplification of energy, right?
So let's breathe into our presence and be present for the sharing.
Yes.
You are indeed a beautiful being of divine illumination. All actions experienced when you first awake, and all actions experienced as you are awakening, are important, vital actions that have brought you to the time of the awakened.
Now, the time of the awakened, look at the footnote here. This line right here, brought you to the time of the awakened, is extremely important. Why? Because it's a reference to the Sea of Neutrality that has called you into this specific timeline in this specific moment of all potentialities, going back to the sacred sequence of incarnation. And it is because you are, literally, because you are here now by choice. The you are here. It's important to look at that. You are. And all of this comes back to the divine mastery presence through the sacred sequence of incarnation and this moment. This moment.
To be awakened, you have embodied, ignited, breathed, and discerned with conscious awareness, discerning energy.
So take that in. You have basically, like everything that you are, has discerned with conscious awareness, discerning energy. This is that multidimensional overlay. This is that expansion. Remember, we're in concentric dimensionality. This is that expanding vision, right?
The stamina that comes forward as a servant of your mastery with the anchoring of discernment.
And this is the transference of the stamina. This is what they're saying. Look, if you're in that egoic stamina, if the ego is in its ride, you're never going to be able to free yourself to have the stamina that can be transferred into your conscious awareness. That stamina exists. The question is, where is it being allocated? Is the stamina molecule being given to the ego to sustain it, or being given to your conscious awareness? Because what they're saying here is that if that stamina is essentially transferred, freed from the ego, because the ego is finally relaxed enough to trust you, then all of that stamina that sustains the ego comes forward to sustain your manifest power. How cool is that? It's that discerned, awakened energy. And I love how they talk about how beingness can often be misunderstood on the planet, but it's when you walk into that discerned, awakened energy, it's just that simple, I am clear. I am clear on the actions that invigorate energy, and that's how I am. I am an invigorator. And I'm clear that if this is the way that the law of instantaneous manifestation is operating through me, then only the actions that invigorate energy would be the actions that I would continue to use, because they sustain that which I am. Thereby, there is more of the me to sustain, to continue serving. That's the blessing of the joy and the clarity. It invigorates. It's awesome. You gotta love it, right?
Absolutely,
right?
Absolutely. Because this invigoration that comes from the discerned being opens up quantum time and space.
Exactly.
Everything flows.
Right?
Miracles happen. So much gets accomplished, and it happens
boom,
with
boom.
ease.
Yep. And everyone benefits. Everyone's dreams are manifested. Everyone benefits because it's all being served as part of the sea of neutrality from the energy of collaboration, whereby all are equally present. It's a gift.
An action that invigorates energy, invigorates with buoyancy.
Right?
And the recognition, the action benefits and offers another the gift, the present.
Mm-hmm.
Always serving all. Remember, this is the day of presence.
Right now, today. Remember that word present mentioned earlier in the beginning? You're going to be seeing it in lots of different forms. This is the day of it.
The gift of remembering discerned, awakened beingness.
And I love this choice of remembering, using it a lot tonight.
Yes.
They're not teaching us anything. They're just inviting you to remember.
This does not mean you say yes because you want to say yes. It means I love you enough to share discerned, awakened energy.
Yes.
I love you enough to be clear.
Yes.
I love you enough to recognize that all healing, all holing, all interaction begins through the one who is standing in discerned mastery presence, while others may jump up and down.
Breathe, right? Because this is how you move forward. And they talk about how this is in your cellular memory. So let's jump to that awakened energy of beingness.
You are listening, reading, or seeing this because deep within your cellular memory, as you would close your eyes, you notice the energy of divine discernment uplifting you.
Breathe that in. I love that. I really do. It is extraordinary. And it is a beingness, the beingness that is beyond a definition, something to Google or look up in a dictionary. Beingness is. And discerned, awakened energy is beingness. Beingness is as discerned, awakened energy is beingness. It is a great cycle. And this cycle is also the cycle of the age that you are in now. Many call forward an Aquarian experience and have wrapped great energies around words and definitions that have been offered. And all are great gifts. Now invite yourself to expand. This is really important. Invite yourself to expand, because this is the call. They're saying, look, you need to go beyond that which everything that you think you've known now, go beyond that. Are you willing? Are you willing to let go of your ego enough to just let yourself expand? To feel your heart expanding as if it has wings on it, to reach your arms out by your sides, right? To feel your chest open and stretch, to stretch your fingers out wide, and then let your head go back as the wings of your heart open, and discover that you are ready to transcend the limited perspective of what any word, what this age is meant to be. It's, beloved angels, discover within yourself. Because within yourself is this universal divine stream of constant connection that has brought you to the discerned, awakened moment now, right? So breathe that in deeply. Recognize that you do not need to be a phoenix when you are arisen, stabilized, and knowing that you are Essene. And I want to share that word phoenix because we have just completed that year of the dragon, lion, phoenix. And what they're saying is, you're ready. You are arisen, right? Mm-hmm. You don't need to be a phoenix anymore. You've done it. You're arisen. You're stabilized. I mean, look at the timing of that, right? I mean, look at that, because here we are. We're in 2022 already.
Yes. Take a breath.
Ooh.
As you breathe, Essene.
Essene.
And walk with the presence of all that has been offered into discerned, awakened beingness. You notice you are flying.
Oh, yeah.
Your feet go lightly.
Woohoo.
As your divine mastery presence anchors.
Yes.
You breathe, Essene, as you are, Essene. Fully understanding Essene, words are no longer necessary. And so it is, beloved ones. And so you are.
And so you are. And we are grateful to share this stunning energy with you, and encourage you to really go back and connect with this over and over again. Please make a note, put on your calendar every Monday night, 7 p.m. Join us for Monday Magic. We have got 3 sessions to go, and then some all new, amazing new items coming in the new year. Grab us this Wednesday, the 15th, a very powerful and important conversation. Come be a part of it. Come join us in that conversation. COVID and oneness. What's going on? We'll see you this Wednesday.